Hello, this is Steve Pavel from DSD Business Systems, and this is another presentation of how Sage Intelligence can be used within your accounting department. This video is going to cover a pretty common use of Sage Intelligence, and that is to analyze sales and margins for customers, items, and salespeople. I've been working with Sage 100 and formerly called Mass 90 since 1991. And Sage Intelligence is a very powerful tool. And I think that the report I'm going to show you here kind of demonstrates the power of it because it allows you to query the database tables within Sage 100, apply some SQL functionality, as well as bring the data into Excel and use the power of Excel to analyze that data. So let's get started. All right, so in Sage Intelligence, it is on the menu, and we're going to use the Report Manager. Just like other reports within Sage 100, the company that you're in when you launch the report is whose data you're going to see. And we can see that here on the home that I'm connected to the DSD company's catalog there. All right, so I got this report. It's under Sales Reports. Yep, and it's called DSD Customer Sales Analysis Top Custom Items. This report takes about 5 minutes to run, so I'm not going to. I already ran it for us. So let's just bring it up here. Now, on this particular report, there was no prompts. You just run the report, and then 5 minutes later, this pops up. Okay, we're going to go through the different tabs here. The first tab, if you're familiar with Sage Intelligence, the first tab is generally your data that's returned by the query. So this is all the raw data. As you can see here, I have a lot of columns that we can choose from and report on. All right, and then on the parameters here, this is where you indicate the reporting date. Okay, so if we said we're going to be looking at data through, let's say, 11/30 of 2023. So I just simply enter that there. Now we can go to each of the report tabs, if you will. All right, so this first tab is almost like a dashboard report. It's letting you know who your top 25 customers are. And you can decide that or establish who they are based upon any year. As you see, I've got 3 years here. So I could say, who are my top customers based upon the 2021 year? Okay, and there they are, in order. And you can see that the full year of 2021, you can see there that's the largest customer. Seems like something's out of line with that, but let's move on. Okay. Otherwise, if you want to say, no, I want to base it upon the 2023 sales, you can go ahead and select the 2023. All right, and now I'm seeing who my top 25 customers are based upon 2023. You can even combine. You could say, I want to see who my top customers are based upon the combination of 2022 and so far in 2023. All right, so that's you could interact with that to figure out who your top customers are for any particular year. All right, the next filter I have here is whether or not you want to see just inventory items or other non-inventory items and charges. One is the code for the item type indicating it's an inventory item. So if I take away the 3 here, I'm looking now at just sales based upon inventory items, not for non-inventory items and charges. All right, now let's talk about what columns of data we have here. You can see we got the customer number and the customer's name here. I also added in what date they became a customer. I've got their last activity date here and what their sales were. And the blue indicates that sales is based upon the year that we selected here. All right, then we have a column for the full year of 2 years ago. So that would be all of 2021. You see what that customer's, I'm looking at the top customer here, what that customer's sales were. And then I put a column for percentage of revenue. So what percent of all sales does that customer represent? For 2021, it was 20%. And then I've got the full year for the prior year, which in this case is 2022. I got the dollars and also a percent of the revenue, and then a percent growth. So how much do sales grow or decrease from 2021 to 2022 for that particular customer? All right, and I've got 2 years prior year to date. So if you remember in the parameters, we indicated, or I indicated 11/30. So it's looking through period, January through November for 2021. Let you see that number and the year-to-date number, the same. And again, percentage of revenue and the growth from 2021 to 2022, through November. And then the year-to-date this year, 2023 through November, what we have for dollar sales and the percent of revenue and the growth from the previous year. All right, and then we have the same thing for each of the top 25 customers and grand totals at the bottom for those top 25, and then we got all customer totals down here at the very bottom. Okay, so let's move on to the top 25 items. This is very similar to the top 25 customers in that you get to select what year you want to base it on to figure out which are the sales you want to account for coming up with your top 25 items. So I picked 2023, and then again, if I want to pick just inventory items to be consistent, I'm going to take away the 3 there. All right, and I already described these columns. Like I said, they're the same as the customer worksheet tab. And you will, we should see that if I put the same data in both places, we should have, the same totals here. Okay, so that's your top 25 items. The next tab over is the customer margin. So on this one, I've got a division so I can see a grand total, of everything here. And that's again for all years. But if I want to look at, to be consistent, we'll say we want to look at just 2023. All right, and we want to look at just the inventory items. Okay, and then you see I have a number of other filters here. And as an example, if I want to look at a particular month, okay, I can do that. If I say I just want to look at November of 2023 as an example, I'll go ahead and select that. And now I'm seeing just the month of November. All right, and then if you wanted to look at a particular item, particular country code, particular salesperson, particular customer type, those are all available as filters. So let me open this total up, and you can see here I've got the next level down is the customer number concatenated with the customer's name, and then showing the item number that they bought and the sales costs in dollars and the gross margin in dollars, and the gross margin is a percent. All right, and I think I have this sorted based upon who the customer is, and then if they have multiple items that they buy, sorted by the sales for each individual item. Okay, I'm going to flip over to the item margin because it's pretty similar. So here in the item margin, the same deal. We could specify, we just want to see 2023. Okay, to be consistent, I'll say we want to see just inventory items, so just the ones. All right, and again, very similar to what I showed you on the other. We can pick a given month, year, or a group, a quarter too. You can pick as many of these months as you'd like. And then you can pick a particular item, and again, country code, salespeople, customer type, and so forth. This one is also similar to the other. We just kind of flip-flopped. So we got the totals based upon the division here. And then the next level down is the item itself. And then it shows the customers that have purchased that item, during the reporting period that you have there. Okay. Yeah, let's go by, here's another example. Customer sales by month in this case. So again, I got similar filters up here. We'll go ahead and pick 2023 and pick just our inventory items. A lot of data on this one because it's month by month. All right, and then I have those same filters for country code, customer type, salesperson. All right, and this is also organized similar to the customer margin in that you got the division at the top. The next level down is the customer itself, and then the items that customer purchased. And then you can see we got a column for each month there. So on this one, show you what else you can do. Let's yeah, I got the year and month here. So we can actually so let's specify. Tell you what, I got lost here. Okay, here it is. All right, so we could specify if we wanted to compare, let's say I want to compare November of 2021 with November of 2022 and November of 2023. Oh, so I'm just highlighting each of those 3 months. Click OK. And, oh, I'm sorry, I have those all in a total there. But there is a way that we could actually, break that out to show each individual. It's a matter of, moving that. All right, and then this other one, I threw this in just as an example of saying, hey, maybe you don't want to see dollars at all, that maybe you're in a business where you're selling, pounds or units makes a lot of sense for you. So this is basically the same thing, only it's looking at just quantities or units sold as opposed to dollars being sold, again, by month there. All right, so sales analysis by customers and margins, sales and margin analysis by customers, by items, by salespeople, by territory, and so forth. Very, very common to do that type of analysis using Sage Intelligence. And I think this report does a good job of showing you the power of Sage Intelligence and analyzing that type of data. I appreciate your time viewing this demo, and make sure that you check out our other recording demos recorded for Sage Intelligence, and you have a good day. Thank you.